What uppers? How's it going? Welcome back to another show. This is You May Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to the song Sheeple. This is by Tom Macdonald, a song that was just released earlier today. So we'll be checking this out. Before we do that, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel and also make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, make sure that you go over to Tom's homepage and do the exact same thing because we do want to support the artists. And there's of course, all of Hog Army has been waiting for all the reactors to get after this, but I feel like me especially because I'm special, you know. But no, I definitely look forward to whenever Tom drops one of these. Friday is his day, and he always has something to say. That's one thing you could count on is that Tom is going to put out some content that is going to press a lot of buttons, whether you like it or not. So and I'm here for that type of stuff. I'm not one of those people who wants to just go along with the status quo. I'm a button pusher and an envelope pusher myself. So yeah, no, I'm totally with this and totally anxious to check this out. So let's do just that. Well, first of all, I better put this in my ear. And no, we can get it. Let's do this.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis. Controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties. It's a
he always starts going in right off the bat. I'm sure everybody says that because it's just obvious what he does, and it's so funny that he's bringing this up because right as I was coming home from work, I bumped into one of my coworkers near my house. We didn't even realize that we lived so close to each other, but he happened to see me walking down the street and he said he called out my name, and we stopped and we were talking about all this stuff. And he was bringing up at first, he found out that I had a YouTube page, and so we were talking about the support for that, and then it led into other conversations, and it started, and we ended up talking about some of the things that Tom is talking about right now. How there's this elite class somewhere, call it Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, but they're just sitting off to the sidelines and they have everybody else going at each other. Like Tom said, black people who were never slaves, white people who were never Nazis, and all these different factions of people who are going at each other's throats, when these people are just making this a thing because they want to keep us confused. They want to keep us as sheeple, keep the sheep just doing whatever while we setting up our plan of attack. But it's so crazy that he's talking about that because I just had that conversation just an hour and a half, however long I've been home now. But let's keep this going.
big lie, trying to make you pick sides.
Let me push it back. I'm sorry. Let me push it back just a little bit. All right, now we ready.
Controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties. It's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, beef on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system. Change the pronouns, if gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions. They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep, glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Oh my sheep. Nothing's what it seems.
Okay, okay, brother. You know, and he said it. That's one of the things I ended the conversation with the coworker about was we all in the same game. We all in this together, but they trying to manipulate us into thinking that we're not, you know. Um, this is just crazy how this system is run. You know, everything that he said was true, you know, but let's just keep it going. I don't want to retread over what he said because you just heard what he said. You know, the gender changing, the changing of the pronouns, and you know, just all these little pockets and compartments that they put us in, so you could just say, these are my people, these are my people. I'm over here, and it's like gang warfare, but we all in this together. You know, I don't get it. You know what I mean? By the way, you know, I love y'all. Just so y'all know. So y'all know that. I'm here with y'all. We all in this together. You know what I mean? Regardless of color, whatever. Y'all my people, y'all my brothers, my sisters, y'all fam. You know what I mean? And people have jumped in the comments saying, you know, fans and all that. I don't have fans. I'm not a celebrity. You know, even if I was a celebrity, I'll never have fans ever. You know, I'm sure Tom, he feels the same way. Like, you know, I got this from somebody, but I feel like this, y'all ain't fans, y'all the fam, you know. But let's keep it going.
Hollywood been rotting your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleek, bet, cap, they trying to dumb you down. They endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree it's free speech, disagree it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed, because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken, want you locked inside a cubicle, addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful, then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep, glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Oh my sheep. Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they can.
I'm just stopping it now just to push it back a little bit so we can. I have to dice this up properly, but I don't have anything to say at this point. Let's just get it.
Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Oh my sheep. Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police, now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you, they don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you right.
Last time, I'm stopping it right here just to push it back one more again. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we can finish this out. Let's do it.
imagine the system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police, now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you, they don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach your rights in school, you never learn them at all. Cause they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep, Lucas screams just part of the machine. Y'all are sheeple. What do y'all believe? Oh my sheeple. Nothing's what it seems.
Yeah. Shout out to Nova for another great video. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Tom Macdonald with Sheeple and more truth bombs. You know, a lot of truth bombs in there. You know, he's basically speaking about how, the powers that be, you know, are keeping us in a state of confusion just so we won't do what we're ultimately meant to do, and that's come together, because once we do, the real democracy will take place, whether people in power want that to happen or not. Another one of those January 6th situations that end up happening. But the next time that it does, everybody will be involved. Just not just the Trump supporters, but yeah, no, this was another great video by this guy. I love the fact that he does use his platform to actually inform people, to teach, to spread knowledge on situations that people may, even though I think a lot of people are in this mindset and think like this, to have somebody like Tom who's trying to, I think he's trying his damnedest to try to galvanize those minds, so, we try to figure out a way where we can break through the matrix, and get away from being sheeple. There's some people who are just caught in the matrix, and they don't want to come out. They really don't. It reminds me of the movie The Matrix with the one guy. I forget his damn name in the movie, but he was the one guy who was, he, of course he was on the side of Morpheus and Neo and all them, initially, after he got pulled out of the Matrix, but he was a guy that wanted to go back in. Like he got tired of being, being awakened, and finally, uh, he took he took the red pill at first to get out of the matrix, and he was like, nah, I think I want the blue one. I want to feel, I want to taste a steak again. I want to be, he wanted to go back in the matrix to have power in a place where, all that stuff ain't gonna matter at some point. But, he loved being a part of the confusion and all that. And, it was, I guess, more fun for him, I suppose. But he never made it back into the matrix because he got stopped by the guy who he thought he killed. But no, but but yeah, no. Great job by Tom, per the usual. So I'll give him a big time thumbs up. And yeah, he was saying when he said that thing, and there's a lot of rappers. I think of one, Samson, who was talking about, when they trying to take away the guns and all that. And um, I remember, there was a time where I was a proponent of no guns. Um, in a perfect world for me, we'd have nobody would have guns, and then the playing field would be level. But in a realistic world, where the government does have weaponry, and it's just good for you to have some just to combat their nonsense when, if you didn't have weapons and they knew that they had all of them, like, forget about democratic society. It'll just turn very tyrannical, the tyrants will come from under the rocks like, we say that you should do this, and so yeah, I just thought about that. Shout out to Samson, but and a lot of great points by Tom. But I'm gonna get going. Before I do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named Tom Macdonald Reactions. I do have a playlist for him that is pretty stout. It's pretty stout. Not, I really suggest that everybody, who's Tom fans, they get in that playlist and check out all of that stuff. If you haven't already, and even if you have, like, check it out again. We're trying to pump the numbers up. So, um, so yeah, this will be in that playlist along with everything else that I've reacted to with Tom. So there's that. I do have playlists for other artists, a lot of great music by those artists, a lot of different genres of music. So whenever you get a chance to check out any of that stuff, please do that. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe. For those who like to show their support, their appreciation, any donations, you're going to make them at one of those two spots at the bottom of the screen. And that's it. I'm done. So I will see you guys again soon, or you'll see me the next time that you click onto a video with my face in it. So until then, be safe and be good.